Okay, I think it's time we address the elephant in the room. That elephant, of course, being Batman fans. Seriously, you guys need to be stopped. All right, Batman fans need to be stopped. Okay, like it's genuinely getting unhealthy at this point. Like it's really unhealthy. And this is coming from a massive Batman fan. Batman is one of my favorite superheroes of all time. He's badass. He has an interesting story. Um, he's just one of the coolest guys like ever created in all of fiction. Really, he's a badass martial artist. Like this guy can do anything, right? But I think what is happening in our culture of as superhero fans is we're seeing a lot of how you say glaze towards the bat, and it's getting out of hand. Okay, like it's really getting out of hand. Like I'm the type of person who likes to get into like fight debates with people, like talking about who would win in a fight or whatever. And the most annoying thing about these type of like situations, right, is when you start talking about Batman versus this person, the thing that comes up the most irritating thing ever, it's always, oh, but if Batman has prep time, he can beat this person. Oh, if Batman has prep time, he would destroy Galactus. Like, no, no, he would not. Okay, let me just like set the Batman fans who are watching this straight. Okay, this is again coming from somebody who is a Batman fan, right? Massive Batman fan, right? Batman's prep time is overrated, okay? I think Batman is like he gets overrated a lot because of the way in which some of the writers over the years have written him. Like they've made him do some absolutely ridiculous things. So I'm not even going to blame everything on the fandom entirely. Like they have this guy like surviving a fall from orbit like in his regular armor. He wasn't wearing any special armor, no nothing. He just like his regular Batman suit. He survived a fall from orbit. Like that shouldn't be possible, right? Batman is like performing feats that basically he shouldn't be able to perform as a supposed peak human. Like they call him a peak human, right? But he's actually not a peak human. He's basically like he's a superhuman. Like let's be serious. Like he's a superhuman. I've seen like this guy's like kicked like karate kicked a tree like in half. Like he split a tree in half with one kick. Like no human being is actively doing that. Like there's no way. He's shattering bricks. Like he's smashing concrete. He's lifting like he's doing like 1,000 pound bench press. Like this guy is not human. All right. So I can't even blame like the fandom entirely, right? But what I can blame them for is seeing him perform some of these feats, right? Right? And then seeing him talk about like seeing Batman talk about how he has a contingency plan for this person, this person, this person, and then they like to take that and then they kind of just like glaze the flip out of him and like they scale him to like some crazy levels that you've never seen in your life, right? Like it's insane. I think it's actually insane. Like for you to make the claim that Batman could beat like anybody with prep time is a bit crazy, because let's be honest, right? In like Batman does have a contingency plan. Let's just look at Batman's contingency plans, because Batman has a contingency plan to beat each and every member of the Justice League, right? Now, yes, this is very good. This is fantastic, right? There have been a few times where Batman has had to execute said plan in order to defeat the Justice League, right? Which is fair, right? You got kryptonite gloves, kryptonite whatever, like all types of different like kryptonites in order to battle against Superman. Um, he's got contingency plans for each member of the Justice League, right? I'm mainly talking about Superman because Superman is the one he seems to be fighting the most, right? But here's the thing: without that kryptonite, like or a red sun like generator or whatever, like Batman would get cooked by Superman. Like let's be serious here, okay? Like the whole prep time contingency plans that Batman has gets overrated a lot, right? We know that it is possible for Batman to defeat the Justice League purely because we saw in the Tower of Babel where Ra's al Ghul actually successfully used Batman's contingency plans to take down the Justice League, right? But Batman himself, when attempting to execute his plan in order to defeat the Justice League, in the few times he has tried to beat the Justice League, like when he used the Justice League Buster to battle against the Justice League, like he barely scrapes out wins. He either loses or he barely scrapes out victories. against his teammates. Like, it's not like a like one shot. Oh, I just one shotted every member of the Justice League. Like, that's crazy. That's not happening, right? That's just not happening. We're not seeing that, and I think it's ridiculous for people to like talk about him and praise him like to such an insane level, right? Another like really good feat for Batman, I guess, would be when he went to Apocalypse and fought Darkseid in the Hellbat suit, right? People love talking about the Hellbat suit. They bring it up all the time. But there's caveats to the suit, right? First of all, the suit like can run out. It's dependent on the endurance and the stamina of the person in the suit, right? And even though Bruce is crazy, like he's borderline just a superhuman, right? His endurance and stamina isn't as great as like Superman or even like somebody like Deathstroke, one of his own rivals, right? So when he runs out of gas, right, the suit like basically doesn't function at the same level that it should be when he's like when his stamina is like at its like highest levels, right? So there's that too, right? And also another thing, like Darkseid and Batman only traded a few blows. Like it's not like a full drawn out fight, right? They traded a few blows, right? Maybe they've had another like fight since that fight, the one that I'm talking about specifically, where they just like they traded a couple of blows with each other, right? We didn't really get to see the full extent of the Hellbat suit, but what we did see was pretty impressive, right? However, like we cannot act like Batman is just like the go-to can take on anyone all of a sudden. Yeah, he took on Darkseid, fine, fair enough. But Galactus massively outscales Darkseid by a mile. Like even a starving Galactus would destroy Darkseid, or at least the Avatar version of Darkseid, not true form Darkseid, right? But like, imagine you're just talking to people about a fight debate. You'd be like, do you guys think that Galactus could beat Batman? I mean, or like Batman could beat Galactus? And then some dude is just like, with prep time he probably could. No, he flipping couldn't. All right, no, he flipping couldn't. Right. Also, another thing, there are people who are better in when it comes to prep in comics. One person that comes to mind is Doctor Doom, right? Doctor Doom is a way better like prep master than Batman is. And a Batman fan, like a true hardcore Batman like meat writer, would never admit it to you, right? They'd never admit it at all, right? But let's be honest, it's kind of freaking true. Like let's just actually like take a second and like genuinely like be serious with ourselves here. It is true. Like Doctor Doom has like taken down pretty much everybody with prep time, dude. Like he even became like one of the like god of the Marvel universe with prep time. Like he beat the Beyonder or stole the Beyonder's powers. Like he's on another level. Doctor Doom is on another level, right? So let's not even act like Batman's like the best prep master of all time or anything, right? I feel like Batman fans tend to glaze the heck out of him way too much. Like even when talking about like who's the best hand-to-hand fighter in DC, right? Yes, Batman could be argued to be like you could make the argument that Batman is number one, but he's not like the best fighter of all time or anything like that, right? Iron Fist is a better hand-to-hand fighter, right? Like Black Panther is a better hand-to-hand fighter, right? Shang-Chi is a better hand-to-hand fighter. Lady Shiva, Cassandra Cain, they're better fighters, right? If we're talking all time, then you could throw Richard Dragon. You could say Richard Dragon's a better fighter than Batman. You could say Karate Kid's a better fighter, right? But Richard Dragon and Karate Kid haven't appeared in like any comics in like years, so it's not really fair to count them. But like even in DC, Cassandra Cain and Lady Shiva are low-key better. Like I can't, like I feel like I don't even need to explain that. I'll probably make a video talking about Cassandra Cain because she's actually one of my favorite DC characters. I want to talk about her in the future. But yeah, dude, seriously, like Batman gets like overrated in so many different areas. It's actually crazy. And people like to act like even like in the street level fights, like Batman versus like when talking about Batman, like Black Panther, Daredevil, Captain America, people on his level, they like to act like he's just gonna neg them or something. Like, no, they flipping not, bro. Even a match with Daredevil would probably end in like Batman winning like high to extreme diff. There's no way that he's beating like Daredevil like low diff. Daredevil's crazy. Like seriously, it's like some Batman fans just don't read any other like comics. Like they don't read any other DC comics. They don't read any Marvel comics at all. This is why I'm saying being a fan of both is the best, because I can look at both sides. I can read Marvel comics and read DC comics. When you're only a DC fan, You're only going to look at things from your DC lens, and you're going to be biased towards DC because you only read DC. If you're only a Marvel fan, then you're going to be biased to Marvel because you only like reading Marvel comics, right? And then it'll go back to like, oh no, no, but in the movies, Thor couldn't do this. Yo, so you've only watched the Marvel movies, right? You haven't actually read any Marvel comics, so how would you know? Like, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, Batman is getting like way, way, way more praise than he should actually be getting. Like, I love the guy. Seriously, I love the guy. I think he's one of the best fighters. I think he's one of the coolest characters ever created, and I love the guy to death. But being a Batman fan is so difficult nowadays because everybody just glazes the heck out of him. It's so annoying. Like, being a fan of a character who gets fawned over way, 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 way too much is so difficult. And again, it's not like it's the fandom's fault that he's like this. I mean, like, DC has pretty much made it clear that Batman is the face of their comic universe. Like, there's no question that like Batman is the face of DC, right? Superman is the face of comics, but like when it comes to just DC, Batman is 100% the face. Like, it's crazy to me that the guy could get glazed so much. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, seriously. Like, you honestly think that this guy is just gonna casually take down the Justice League with zero difficulty? Nah, bro. He has to plan. He has to strategize. And even if he does plan to strategize, the victory to him isn't gonna come like extremely easy, right? Like, I get it. Batman's the guy with all the aura. He's so cool. He's so amazing. He's the best. He's the GOAT. But come on, man. Like, let's be serious for a second. Like, let's just take a chill pill. All right? Let's just relax, you know? Let's not glaze too much, because at the end of the day, like, this is still like a technically still a human that we're talking about, and we need to bring ourselves to like level ground. I mean, the thing, like Batman is a really amazing character. Like, he's great, he's awesome, right? But I feel like people shouldn't be like glazing him to the point that they are glazing him to. I think it's way, way too much, and I think it's really overblown at this point. So, Batman fans, like, that are like myself, like big, massive Batman fans, like, just chill, right? And also, let's try to separate ourselves from the glazers, because like there's Batman fans and then there's just straight glazers. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. I just want to talk about Batman glaze. Stop glazing. All right, goodbye.